If you've been wondering what exactly counts toward a fine arts credit in high school, or you've been stressing over how to include it in your transcript, you're in the right place. Today, I'll walk you through what qualifies as a fine arts credit, how many hours are typically required, the easiest ways to include it in your homeschool, and how to do it without adding any more stress to your already full plate. Of course, each state has its own requirements, but what we cover today should apply in most situations, but check with your state to be sure. Okay, let's simplify this together. What is a fine arts credit? A fine arts credit is a required elective in most high school programs. Even where it's not required, it is recommended. And many colleges expect to see a fine arts credit on the high school transcript as well. It covers subjects that develop creativity, expression, and cultural literacy, like music, visual art, such as painting or drawing, theater, dance, and it could also include media arts, like photography or digital design. How much time counts as a full credit? This is where a lot of homeschool parents freeze up, but don't worry, it's more flexible than you think. For a full 1 year credit, in most states, that would be 120 to 150 hours of learning. For a 1 semester credit, that would be at least 60 hours of learning. Those could be broken up into about 1 hour, 3 to 4 days a week, or two 30-minute sessions a week with additional projects or field trips added in, such as museum visits, attending concerts, things like that. Your fine arts credit could involve developing a skill, learning to play an instrument, sing, or dance, learning drawing or painting technique, taking acting lessons, etc. But fine arts learning doesn't have to be performance based. Your teen doesn't need to play an instrument or paint a masterpiece to fulfill this element of their education. Learning about one or more of the arts can be a really fulfilling and valuable way to do this. How can you do this in your homeschool? Here are examples of what can go into your fine arts credit: music history or music appreciation lessons, art history or architecture studies, studying and then watching live symphonies, plays, or ballets, studying artistic movements throughout history, and listening to or viewing examples of them and writing about your observations, learning about composers, their works, and how they contributed to music's development, creating artwork or music and working on them with an experienced parent, friend, or hired teacher, taking a family trip to a place with a rich history in fine art and researching and writing about that art before or after visiting. The research, the writing, and the visiting would all count as hours of learning. If it builds knowledge and appreciation of the arts, it counts. To show your student earned the credit, keep it simple. Log hours in a spreadsheet or planner. Keep a list of resources used, any books read, videos watched, performances attended. Collect assignments such as written reflections or creative works your child made. Give it a name on the transcript like Fine Arts Music Appreciation or Introduction to Fine Arts. You may choose to give your child tests for accountability and to measure mastery. However, you don't need to do this unless your state requires it. I also have a resource that could be really helpful. If you'd love to check off the Fine Arts box with a program that's easy to use, doesn't require any background knowledge and expertise, and was made just for homeschoolers, I've got you covered. My course, MusicIQ, helps your middle or high schooler explore music history and appreciation through engaging video lessons, listening guides, and creative activities. For this course, no one in your home needs to play an instrument. Your child will just enjoy meaningful exposure to great music and composers. And yes, the high school version has all you need for a 1 semester fine arts credit. You can learn more about the program at the link in the description. So here's a quick recap. Fine arts credit is about 120 hours or 60 hours for one semester credit. You can include music, art, theater, or dance, and an appreciation course is absolutely counts. Document your hours, resources, and reflections used for the credit, and use what you already enjoy and start simple. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope this gives you the confidence to include fine arts in your homeschool high school and make it a really enjoyable part of your program. If this helped, please like, subscribe, and drop a comment below letting me know what kind of fine arts are you excited to include. See you in the next video.